Among all the characters that Kageyama has to face, Oikawa is arguably the best written rival. He's not a natural genius like Kageyama, in fact, he's the opposite. But he's written in a way that makes you want to root for him, because if you see it from his point of view, Kageyama is the villain. Today we're breaking down what makes Oikawa such a compelling rival, and one of the reasons is that he is the complete opposite playstyle to Kageyama, and I'll break it down for you. For the first point against Karasuno, who would you set? You have your ace on your left and a middle spiker on your right. Oikawa decides not to set either of them and instead does a setterdom, telling Karasuno, hey, I'm gonna do it again. You see, Oikawa specializes in psychological warfare, something that Kageyama would not do because he's just too socially awkward and he'd rather compete with his volleyball skill. Oikawa would rather beat your team mentally because that would give him and his team an edge. Kageyama is the more technical player. He sees a live diagram of positions, angles, tempos, and gaps, which is how he's able to read the court way faster than anyone can. And if you couple this with his pinpoint accurate tosses, Kageyama becomes a monster. Oikawa, however, is an expert at reading people on the court. He forces mistakes by targeting specific people during serves to break their morale, and even just by playing against Karasuno, he's able to deduce the best sets that Kageyama could give each individual spiker. While he can't give super accurate pinpoint tosses like Kageyama, he gives his teammates the exact sets that are the easiest for them to hit, which is something that Kageyama learns from later. But beyond their differing playstyles, the reason why Oikawa is such a great rival is what he represents, and to do that, I need to tell his backstory. Oikawa is a character where everything he accomplishes is through his own hard work. Suddenly, a first year comes in overflowing with natural talent, and he's aiming for the same position that Oikawa has played his entire life. To Oikawa, Kageyama represents everything that he's feared. That talent alone is enough to beat all his hours of hard work, and he knows that deep down, one day he's going to surpass him. You can see why Oikawa dislikes Kageyama, but what makes it really interesting is that Kageyama actually looks up to Oikawa, which ironically makes Oikawa an even better rival because we've all been insecure. No matter how gifted we are, there's always someone that's more naturally talented, and that's what Kageyama represents to Oikawa. Oikawa to us is the average Joe competing against a genius, so every time they match up, it's the question of does hard work beat talent, or does effort even matter? Oikawa hates losing, so he trains obsessively, thinking that if he puts in more reps, more hours, he'll further the distance between him and Kageyama. He wants to win so badly that he'll spend hours watching game film, all because preparation is the one thing that can give him the extra edge. As a character, Oikawa feels very human, and because we understand his ambitions and his backstory, it's very hard to root against him, which is why when they inevitably lose to Karasuno and they get eliminated, we feel the weight of their loss because Oikawa and his friends will never have another chance to make it to nationals. This is the last moment where Oikawa will ever play volleyball with some of his teammates, and it all got ruined because of Kageyama. As a whole, Oikawa is a beautifully written character, someone that challenges Kageyama and forces him to grow while being human and sympathetic. If you want more anime breakdowns, consider giving me a sub, and if you like this video, you'll probably like my second video where I talked about the importance of Atsumu calling Kageyama a goody two-shoes.